This video is dealing with pretty much mental illness and the misconception that a lot of people are mentally ill, mentally insane, or something's wrong with them. The first thing, if your eye vision is compromised and you are seeing an individual or a person and you're talking to that person, I remember I told you the technical devices that are used sometimes were made to make the blind see, or assist the blind, and now they're being hacked or whatever the case may be, because these are devices that connect to uh, connect to computers and everything to somewhat assist you with your vision and getting around your home and everything. And let's say that you were able to see a person and you're talking to that person, but nobody else can see this person. Others may sit up there and interpret, oh, this person is what? Mentally ill. You see the person, but they don't. Um, you're talking with the person, but they can't observe you talking to that person because of whatever device that's being used or whatever technology is being used at that time against you with dealing with it. Like I said, with technology, um, the technology that is used for good is also sometimes used for bad as well, to somewhat deprive you of certain things. Another perfect example I would give you, let's say that a person says that you don't know what year it is or the date of the year. The question now you have to ask yourself, have they been telling you the year and the date over and over again and somehow you forgot it? You may look at it and you may say, well, how did I forget the date? I mean, this is a little bit abnormal. I will tell you that the Alzheimer's Society and several different places that have been dealing with the memory and dealing with Alzheimer's have developed devices that will enhance and improve the memory and everything of individuals. But at the same time, you have someone else that's on the other side that is pretty much tampering with these devices and basically using them for bad. So you can forget. The question now comes, did they even tell you? And maybe be using psychology against you. That's a psychology point that a lot of people use. Like, you may believe that the year is such and such, another person may believe that it's a whole nother year, and you're being deprived of the truth because no one's telling you the true year, the true time, or the true date. And they don't care. And it's a psychological, we call it dark psychology. Um, there are several other different things that can take place. Um, it's so many tactics that are now being used to victimize people and to cause victimization in our society today, through technology and through people that's actually trying to help other people. You will always see abuse in every way possible for people that's trying to help other people. I'm trying to help you, but I may get abused because I'm helping you, or I must say, me submitting these videos online do put me at somewhat of a disadvantage, or put me at a situation where I can have issues of targeting, because I am vocalizing this and I am telling people what's actually taking place and what's really happening. Another perfect example, there can be nothing wrong with you. You have technical devices in you, but they are not functioning, or you don't have any devices in you at all. And other people are using their power or authority to exercise control or domination over you. They want to dominate over you, they want to rule over you for whatever purpose, motive, or reason. There can be a multitude of reasons for victimization. Psychologists haven't even completely unraveled all the different motives in which a individual may really want to victimize you. So I stress to everyone just to, be careful. Keep in mind that people will use it against you. I'll give you a perfect example. I passed a psychiatric evaluation, um, and then I had a person, because they falsely Baker acted me one time. I had a person try to use that against me and have been using it against me in court to deprive me of my rights, my children, my liberty, everything. To stress to a person, I have a right to bear arms on me. I have a right to have a weapon on me to protect myself, whether it's from you, a militia, or whether it's from anyone who poses a threat to me. I have the right to defend and protect myself to the best of my ability. Others may feel like, okay, well, you don't have the right to bear arms. Every person in the United States have the right to bear arms. When that privilege is revoked is when things have taken place that should not have taken place, and a lot of people get their privilege, their right to bear arms revoked, as far as firearms go. But you still have a right to bear arms. You have a right to carry a knife, some form of protection on your person at all times. I don't care if you're in the church. I urge people that's in the church most of all to bear arms, because in this today's society, people will abuse you and hurt you and expect, because you're in the church, for you to be accepting of it. No, I don't believe that any religion should be accepting of abuse whatsoever. You will not abuse me and then think that it's okay, and you're telling me I have to accept this. You may tell me that, but I don't have to accept what you put on the table. I don't have to accept abuse. I don't have to accept neglect. I don't have to accept this stuff. And sometimes you do, because of the situation you're in, but at the same time, that does not mean that you have to, even with being in a situation where you cannot get out of it, that does not mean that you have to be accepting of that situation because you can't get out of it. The biggest thing I tell people to do is just protect yourself. Just know that everybody out there isn't like you. Everybody out there isn't good people. We were taught to treat people the way you want to be treated and stuff like that. And you can actually treat people the way that you want to be treated. Does not mean that that is going to get reciprocated or shown back in return. Doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen in return. I can show you respect all day. It doesn't mean that you will show me the same respect that I have for you. I can be a good person, but does not mean that you're going to be a good person because I'm a good person. We have to realize that what I came to the conclusion of, that we live in a horrible society. So when we were thinking that everybody was good, they weren't. Being the type of people that we are, we were taught about demonic possessions, we was taught about evil spirits, we was taught about unclean spirits and everything. Being taught about those things, prepare yourselves for those type of attacks. Prepare yourself for unclean spirits, ungodly attacks. Be careful who you even let enter into your home, because the devil used many disguises. That's how it was interpreted to us. Use different faces, different images, family members and stuff like that. They can use these several disguises against you. So just be careful. with yourself, with your family, with everything, because manipulation is out there.